Greetings, my name is Matshidiso Mabutu from Group 11. I will be representing the introduction of our assignment. This assignment will be unfolding the integration of VET's transformation process aligned with the White Paper 3. The aim is to investigate the collaborative learning, critical thinking, and a deeper understanding of historical and policy-driven in transformation of higher education in South Africa. The White Paper 3 is a policy that was introduced in July 1997. The policy outlines a framework for creating either single, national, and coordinated higher education system in South Africa. The White Paper aims to address the inequalities and meet the needs of developing our nation. My colleague will further explain why VET is the institution that was chosen to align with the White Paper 3 on how they have transformed from apartheid era.
My name is Mivuyo Sopete, and as my colleague has previously stated, all tertiary institutions in South Africa were and still are expected to implement this White Paper 3 policy. One of the institutions that caught our attention and the one that we'll be focusing on in this study is the University of Witwatersrand. The University of Witwatersrand, commonly known as WITS, is a renowned public research university situated in Johannesburg, South Africa, and it was founded in 1922. WITS has developed into one of the leading institutions of higher education on the African continent, recognized for its academic excellence, innovative research, and dedication to social justice. WITS has actively engaged in transforming its higher education landscape in alignment with the objectives of South Africa's Education White Paper 3. In our study, we go deeper in finding out a more detailed description of the White Paper 3's goals and objectives. We look at how WITS has attempted and achieved at implementing these objectives and goals of White Paper 3. We also evaluate how effective the implementation of the White Paper 3 policy at WITS is. Lastly, we intend to look at the challenges and limitations the university may have encountered while implementing the policy, followed by our own recommendations. Please sit back, be attentive as the rest of my colleagues take you through our study. Thank you.
I am Cindy Suzung, and today I'll be talking about the White Paper 3 policy objectives and their goals specifically in the University of WITS and its transformation. I will explore two key examples of how White Paper 3 policy has shaped the university's future. Point number one, WITS University wide policy objective often focus on achieving equity, inclusivity, and accessibility for all students. Point number two, and with WITS, these objectives aim to improve academic quality, address social justice issues, and enhance overall student success. For an example, WITS committed to increase access to disadvantaged students through financial aids like bursary schemes and scholarships. This initiative helps to ensure that financial barriers do not prevent students from pursuing their studies. Thank you.
Abusheni, my name is Leon Baloyi. As my colleagues has indicated, this assignment was all about doing a research on a policy of our own choice, and then we apply it to one of the higher institutions in South Africa. And our choice as a group was the WITS University, and the selected policy was the Education White Paper number 3. In my part, I'm not alone, but I shared responsibility with Ms. Cindy Sozungu doing the objectives of Education White Paper 3, and this is the information that we have gathered. So, the objectives of the white paper number 3 that we have found are 4. The first 2 were done by Mrs. Zungu in the previous presentation, and I'm going to focus on the last 2, which are number 1, focusing on human resource development. This is where the Education White Paper 3 highlights the role of higher education in evolving human resources through ultimate learning, where this ultimate learning contributes to the social, to the economic, to the cultural, and also the intellectual life of our society. For example, this is where WITS University implemented human development programs which focuses on people and organizational development while offering their staff professional learning opportunities in order to enhance their skills and also to contribute to the university's growth, and so on. Objective number 2, it's creating an enabling environment. This policy aims to be an adaptive institutional environment that is sensitive to diversity, which encourages reconciliation and also respects human dignity. For example, this initiative aims to counter homophobia and transphobia, ensuring the dignity for the LGBTIAQ+ community, where it fosters integration and also respect for all forms of difference. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Thandeka Piri. I'll be presenting to you Implementation Policy of White Paper 3 at Wits University. Introduction. The White Paper 3 is crucial in reshaping South African higher education landscape. The policy addresses inequalities that existed prior 1994 at higher institutions. Implementation of the policy aims to reduce these issues and correct past mistakes so that people from disadvantaged backgrounds have equal access to better education. Higher institutions such as Wits have implemented the White Paper 3 policy. Wits is one of South Africa's leading institutions and has actively engaged in the implementation of White Paper 3 policies through strategic initiatives such as equity and redress, curriculum transformation, institution reconstruction and governance, research and innovation. First one, equity and redress. Transformation of institutional policies and governance. In order to comply with national reforms in higher education, Wits University implemented transformation and diversity policies. Governance structures were modified to promote demographic decision-making, including the representation of previously disadvantaged groups, by addressing such issues as historical racial inequalities and gender imbalances in both students and staff. Increased number of disadvantaged groups. Wits University increased access for Black people who come from disadvantaged groups. It has and still is actively recruiting underprivileged students, thus offering bridging and supporting programs. Scholarship and financial aid. University-specific bursaries and national financial aid such as NFSAs were expanded to support underprivileged students. Second one, curriculum transformation. Decolonization of knowledge. Wits University is one of the few universities that has presented a curriculum review that integrates African perspectives and challenges European prejudice. Interdisciplinary programs, new qualifications, and research projects that address challenges concerning modern lives, such as inequality, climate change, and technology were added. Industry and social relevance. The university offers courses that are in line with national development priorities, particularly those that are related with science, technology, engineering, mathematics, in addition with social justice and health sciences. The third one, institution reconstruction and governance. Diversity in leadership. There has been an increase in the representation of females in senior positions, in addition to Black people in higher academic positions. Therefore, the implementation of affirmative action in the staff recruitment has been adhered. Policy development. The transformation and employment of equity offers ensures its alignment with national policies and regulations. Student participation. The Student Representative Council (SRC) plays an important role in the governance and decision-making of the university. Fourth one, research and innovation. African and global research leadership. The amount of research produced by Wits University has grown, especially in the field of engineering, social justice, health science, particularly in the production of COVID-19 vaccines. Partnership. The partnership between the institute with both governmental industry and private sector aimed at enhancing skills and conducting practical research skills. Innovation and entrepreneurship. Wits University aids new business and partnership within the industry. In addition, the university offers development and training programs to enhance employability and encourage innovation within their students.
Other key initiatives implemented by Wits University includes Disability Equity Initiative, where Wits accepts its responsibility to remove or limit barriers to participation, especially for students living with disability, and also made measures that guarantee them equitable opportunity, such as reasonable accommodation. It went on to initiate promotion of equity, to prohibit the various forms of unjust discrimination, including but not limited to those based on nationality, sexual orientation, gender identity, race, and beliefs. Wits also went on to initiate the inclusive education, such as the such as developing teaching and learning environment that supports access, participation, and success for all students.
My name is Patricia Manelli. My task in the assignment was to do the impact analysis of the white paper 3. It will go like this: democratization and equality. Curriculum and teaching. Evaluate the extent to which the university has embraced a more democratic and exclusive approach to the curriculum design and teaching. Student engagement. Assess student engagement in learning activities and their sense of belonging and social support. And there's equity and access. Student demographics. We analyze the changes in enrollment rates and representation of different racial, gender, and socio-economic groups. Redress the transformation, whether the policy led to equitable distribution opportunities and resources for historically disadvantaged students and staff. There were barriers and access. Identity remaining barriers to access, to which the financial constraint, lack of infrastructure or discrimination practices. I think that is how far my task goes.
Hi, my name is Simpue Mijali, and I'll be discussing challenges faced by students from rural areas in higher education. Geographical barriers. The government's White Paper 3 aimed to open university doors wider for students from rural areas. However, Wits University, situated in Johannesburg, struggled to attract and support these students. Even if they were accepted, they faced numerous challenges. They often lacked quality schooling to prepare them for university level work. They struggled to afford the cost of relocating to a big city like Johannesburg. A support system, even when students from rural areas made it to Wits, they encountered more obstacles. The university support systems such as accommodation, mentorship, and guardians were insufficient to help them strive. As a result, these students were more likely to drop out. Slow implementation of national coordinated system. Fragmented higher education landscape. Although White Paper 3 called for development of a more integrated education and training system, Wits University found it difficult to align with national strategies. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Moana Chishivere, and I'll be discussing the challenges and limitation of the White Paper 3 policies, specifically at Wits University. One of the biggest challenges is student funding. While NSFAS provides support, it is often not enough. Many students still struggle with tuition, accommodation fee, and other daily expenses. Others are even forced to drop out because they cannot afford to continue with their higher education. Another challenge is the issue of unequal access for students from rural areas. White Paper 3 aimed to open university doors wider, but for many rural students, that feels out of reach. So while White Paper 3 set the right goals, the reality is that many students still struggle to access and afford higher education. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, colleague, for handing over to me. My name is Mashudu Malachi, and I'll conclude our assignment by saying Wits University's effort to transform higher education in apartheid South Africa have shown progress and challenges. Obviously, we know we have some challenges everywhere. So since 1997, the university has made strides in increasing diversity and improving access. However, systematic barriers like inadequate infrastructure, limited support for students with disability, and Eurocentric biases persist, which includes some key challenges which my colleague mentioned, but I'll just brush on them, which include financial exclusion due to underfunding, historical inequities in areas like medical training, and incomplete curriculum decolonization. Despite the progress, Wits University's experience reflects broader challenges in transforming higher education in South Africa. Thank you.